Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural dedication ceremony for the Lieutenant General Arthur J. Gregg Sustainment Leadership Award and the Major General Harold Harry J. Greene Award for Innovation. If General Dennis L. Vi and Command Sergeant Major Sims would please join us on the front of the stage for the award presentations. Today we will honor two distinguished soldiers, Lieutenant General Retired Arthur J. Gregg for his achievements in leadership and logistics, and Major General Harold J. Greene for his achievements in innovation and excellence in research and development. At this time, if Lieutenant General Retired Arthur J. Gregg, United States Army, retired, please join us on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present Lieutenant General Retired Gregg with the inaugural Leadership Award, which will henceforth bear his name. In the second half of the 20th century, Lieutenant General Arthur J. Gregg stood out as a role model for all military logisticians to emulate. In a span of 35 years, he moved from an enlisted unit supply sergeant to hold the premier logistics position as the Department of the Army's Deputy Chief of Staff for Logistics. Born in rural South Carolina, Lieutenant General Gregg commanded a supply and services battalion in Vietnam, where he began advocating for in-transit visibility after being confronted with numerous logistical challenges in an austere environment. In his assignments from commanding an Army depot to directing logistics for the Joint Chiefs of Staff, he served with distinction and improved supply performance, enhanced readiness, and masterfully equipped the warfighter. Lieutenant General Gregg overcame adversity in a newly integrated Army during the socially turbulent times of the 1950s and 1960s through competence and with dignity. He stood out as a selfless leader with an inspiring work ethic and became one of the premier logisticians of the 20th century. To honor this distinguished individual, the Lieutenant General Arthur J. Gregg Leadership Award was established in 2016 by the United States Army to recognize soldier and civilian leaders who demonstrate lifelong leadership excellence and extraordinary accomplishments in support of our warfighters. And now, if Dr. Susan R. Myers would please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present Dr. Susan Myers, wife of the late Major General Harold J. Greene, with the honorary award commemorating the establishment of the award which will henceforth bear her husband's name. Throughout his Army service, Major General Harold Harry J. Greene lived the Army values as a science and technology professional. During his 34-year career, he moved from a commissioned engineer officer to become the Deputy Commanding General, Combined Security Transition Command, Afghanistan. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, he earned a Ph.D. from the University of Southern California in materials science, as well as a master's degree in engineering from both Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and Southern California. Following years of service in the engineering field from Athens, Greece to Istanbul, Turkey, he rose to become Deputy Commanding General of the United States Army Research, Development, and Engineering Command at Aberdeen Proving Ground, Maryland, and then the Commanding General of Natick Soldier Systems Center, Natick, Massachusetts. During his tenure at both organizations, he advocated for the incorporation of cutting-edge technologies, from smartphones to video games, into soldier training. His success in the Army's research and development organizations was a foundation for his leadership as Program Executive Officer for Intelligence, Electronic Warfare, and Sensors in the Office of the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics, and Technology. To honor this extraordinary individual, the Major General Harold Harry J. Greene Award for Innovation was established in 2016 by the United States Army to recognize soldier and civilian contributions to the future of Army science and technology, research and development, and their efforts to foster innovation and excellence throughout the material enterprise. Thank you, Dr. Myers. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank each of you for taking the time to be with us to honor Lieutenant General Retired Gregg and Major General Greene. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes today's ceremony.